Very good morning, dear students. I hope you all are in pink health. That means you all are very well at home. As we all know, because of the COVID 19, we all are having online classes. So, in this pandemic situation, we too doing the best for you all. So, today we are going to begin our first one poem from the literature part, that is The Road Not Taken. The Road Not Taken is the poem written by Robert Frost, who is an American poet. So, before going through the poem or dealing with the poem, I am going to give you a brief introduction of the poet Robert Frost. Robert Frost was born on 26th March 1874 and died on 29th January 1963. He was an American poet. As I told you, he was an American poet, but his work was initially published in England before it was published in America. Got it? His work was initially published in England, then in America. The most important thing about him is he is known for his realistic depictions of rural life. Look at what is said. Realistic depictions of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech. The most important thing is his realistic depictions in poems. In poems, actually, he put in the real situation or reality, the thing that compels us to think. Basically, he talks about the minute things of our daily life, but these minute things too are very, very important. Really, if you go through the first one poem, The Road Not Taken, here the poet is talking about just a simple matter of choice. Yes, means he basically writes about common ordinary experiences, but insightfully. And that's why the poet is well known, appreciated across the world. Got it? Mostly he writes about common ordinary experiences, but insightfully. Yes, he compels us to think over these ordinary matters. And for that he was awarded the Pulitzer Prize of America 4 times. He was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for his poetry 4 times. And he was the only poet who got the Pulitzer Prize 4 times. Besides, he was awarded Congressional Gold Medal too. So, such a great poet he was. Got it? So, this is a brief introduction of the poet Robert Frost. Now we are going to have an introduction of the poem. What is given in this poem? Look at there. At the right side there is points for introduction, and on the left there is poem. The two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller. Long I stood and looked out one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had won them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverse in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So these are the 4 stanzas of this poem. Each stanza carries 5 lines. Okay, so now dear, look at there, the introduction of the poem. This poem is well known, and it is about making choices. As we know, at every step of our life we make choices. Yes, we have to choose one out of many. Out of many alternatives, we have to choose any one choice, or any one path, or any one thing. So this poem, as I told you, the poet writes about common ordinary experiences, but insightfully. So same here, this poem is also about common ordinary experience. And what is that? It is about making choices. And here you will find the roads, paths symbolize our life. Yes, got it? Means the roads are the way, the path, the choices that we choose in our life. So these roads symbolizes our life. And the road not taken by us means the choices we are having, or we may have in our life, and in that situation the way, the path, the road that has not been taken by us is the path that we don't choose in our life. Means what is that road that not taken by us? Is the road, or is the thing that we don't choose in our life. Got it? Understood? Just take an example of your own. Yes, sometimes what happens, you have to choose anyone, as there are 2 food items. First one rasagulla, and second one is cham cham. So anyone you have to choose. So that time you think over and then choose what you want. So same here in our life too. As you will pass the 12th, after that you have to think about whether I should go to engineering field or to medical field. So the same here. At every step of our life we have many choices, and among them we have to choose one. So here the road not taken, the title is given, is the reference to the road or the way or the path, the choice that we don't choose in our life. Got it? So the path we choose, look at the third one point, the path we choose decides our future and destination. Definitely. The way, the path, the road, the field we choose, that decides our future, our destination, our, what you can say, life, how it would be. Yes. Then poet, that's why appeals the reader. So the poet appeals the readers to be cautious and alert. To be alert and cautious. किस लिए? While choosing the road, that means the path which would shape us. So that's why the poet appeals. Poet appeals the readers. Readers means we all, to be alert and cautious while choosing the road, the path, the field which is going to shape your life, which is going to shape our life. Got it? Be cautious and alert. If we choose a wrong path, unfortunately, if we choose a wrong path, we had nothing to do. Yes, we had nothing to do but to regret. अगर हमने कोई गलत राह चुन ली तो पछताने के अलावा हमारे पास दूसरा कोई रास्ता नहीं होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि सिंस वी कुड नॉट गो बैक टू द पॉइंट, क्योंकि हम उस पॉइंट पे वापस दोबारा नहीं जा सकते जहाँ से हमने ये रास्ता चुना था. यस, सो दैट्स वाई पोएट अपील्स अस, और इसीलिए पोएट हमें बार बार अपील कर रहे हैं कि व्हाइल यू चूज़ योर पाथ, जब आप अपनी ज़िंदगी का रास्ता चुन रहे होगे, सो उस समय सोच समझकर सावधानी के साथ अलर्ट रहकर अपना रास्ता चुने. आया समझ में? सो इसीलिए कहा गया है और इसीलिए ये पोएट फेमस है. भले ही वो अपनी कॉमन ऑर्डिनरी एक्सपीरियंसेस या मैटर्स के बारे में लिखते हैं, लेकिन लिखते बड़े तरीके से है कि जो हमें सोचने के लिए मजबूर करे, जो हमें गहराई में जाने के लिए मजबूर करे. तो इस प्रकार का ये लेखक है रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट, और इस प्रकार की ये पोएम है विच इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट और विच इज़ अबाउट मेकिंग चॉइसेस. Got it? Got the introduction of the poem? Now look at there, the first one stanza of this poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Look at the meanings. Diverse means separated and took a different direction. Diverse means separated, fork, intersection of two roads. Yellowwood means a forest with decomposing leaves. Or here symbolically you can say yellowwood refers to the autumn season. Autumn season means where the people living in the world for many years, means these people who are older than the poet. Older than the poet means you can directly say that yellowwood means the world where old people are living for many years. Old people who are older than the poet are living there for many years. Got it? Understood? Then undergrowth. Undergrowth means dense growth of plants, and bushes means the forest. Got it? Got it? Plants and bushes. Dense, एकदम घने प्लांट्स और बुशेस, झाड़ी झुड़ियाँ. सब देखते हैं इसका मीनिंग. what is the meaning of these five lines? The poet is saying that once, अब एक समय की बात है, once upon a time, what happened there? एक समय की बात है, once the poet was walking along a road, एक रोड से चल रहे थे, walking along a road and in the forest, while the poet was walking along a road in the forest, he reached at the point where the road was diverged into two. Where the road was diverged into two means while the poet was walking along a road, he reached at the point where the road was divided into or separated into two. That means he found himself at an intersection of two roads in the yellow wood, that means forest. So we can relate it with our own life. It happens with us many times. We find ourselves at a point where we have to decide any one out of the two. Out of the two options or two choices, we have to decide one. So same here, with the reference of these two roads, the poet is talking about the reality of our life. And what is that realistic depiction? In our life too, we find ourselves at the point where we have to decide any one from the two choices. So here, continuing the same poem, same line, here the poet says, and he had to choose one out of them. As we too, we cannot go with the two options. We had to go or we have to go with one only. So he had to choose one out of them, but being the only traveler, he could not walk the both paths at the same time. Yes, definitely. Being the only traveler, he could not travel both the roads. As we too, in our life, if we want to go with medical field, we cannot go with engineering field. Any one we have to choose, either engineering or medical. Yes, as we know, after 10th, you too have to do either commerce or science or arts. You have to choose any one. You cannot go with all these three fields. Yes, so same here, the poet is talking about the making choices, and here he says once he found himself at an intersection of two roads where he had to go with one path. But here he says, being the only traveler, as he was the one person to travel, he cannot go or he could not go on the two paths. Yes, so here the poet felt sorry for that. The poet felt sorry for his inability to walk on the both paths. Being the only traveler, he could not walk on the both paths, and that's why he felt sorry, as it is given there in the second line. And sorry means here the poet felt sorry for his inability and says, sorry, I could not travel both, being one traveler. So as I am the only traveler, I could not walk on the both paths. So for my inability, I felt sorry, the poet says. Means here the poet felt sorry for his inability to walk on the both paths. So then what happens? As we do, the poet had do the same. The poet had done the same as we do. So what he had done? The poet kept standing there and looked carefully the one, as we do. When we have to decide one path or one choice out of many, we think thoroughly, we think carefully. Yes, we consider all the options very carefully and then decide which path we have to take. Yes. So similarly here, the poet too kept standing there at the intersection of the two roads. He kept standing there and looked carefully the one. Looked carefully. He observed. He examined the first one road. He examined the first one road as far as he could. जितना उससे हो सकता है उतना उसने गौर से उस रोड को ऑब्जर्व किया, केयरफुली चेक किया, लुक डाउन किया. बिफोर टेकिंग वन ही वॉन्टेड टू नो हाउ इट वॉज. यस, सिंपल इट इज. वी टू डू कोई भी चीज़, कोई भी रास्ता चुनने के पहले हम देखते हैं कि वो रास्ता हमारे लिए सुटेबल है या नहीं है, वो रास्ता कैसा है, सही है या नहीं है. सो सेम हियर, द पोएट टू वांटेड टू नो हाउ इट वाज इट सुटेबल फॉर हिम और नॉट, कि वो उसके लिए सुटेबल है या नहीं है. द पोएट वांटेड टू नो. And that's why he looked down very carefully the one as far as he could, and then he could see the path till from where it curved, after which it was covered with trees and was hidden. So look at there, he said, long I stood, means he kept standing there for some time and looked carefully and looked down one as far as I could, means he looked down the first one as far as he could. Very carefully he looked down the first one road as far as he could, and to where it bent in the undergrowth. And he looked down the first one road, first one path, till कहाँ तक? From where it curved, bent means curved, it curved, after which it was covered with trees, as it is given, bent in the undergrowth. Bent in the undergrowth means it was covered with trees, bushes, and was hidden, disappeared. Yes, it was not disappeared we can say, but it is hidden. छुप गई वो रोड, किसमें? पेड़ पौधों में. तो जहाँ तक वो पेड़ पौधों में छुप रही थी, वहाँ तक पोएट ने उस रोड को गहराई से, गौर से देखा. द सेम वी डू. सेम थिंग हैपन्स इन आवर लाइफ टू. ऐसी ही चीज़ें हमारे साथ भी हमारी लाइफ में होती है. कैसे? वी टू फाइंड आवर सेल्स इन द सेम सिचुएशन वेयर वी हैव अल्टरनेटिव्स, बट वी हैव टू टेक ओनली वन आउट ऑफ देम. And we take time to think about pros and cons, whether it is suitable for us or not, and only then we take a decision on what path we should walk. So, did you understand the meaning of first one stanza? And here, as I told you, yellowwood may represent the season of autumn, a world, that means a season of autumn means a world full of people who are older than the poet. Got it? So now second one stanza. Okay, so in the second stanza, look at there what is given. Then took the other just as fair in the second stanza. Look at there, two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had won them really about the same. Look at there the meanings. Fair means as good as the other one. Claim, better option. Grassy, unused. Wanted wear, had not been used. So now the meaning of second stanza. Look at there, what does the poet say? As the poet looked down, as we have seen, he looked down the first one very carefully. As the poet looked down the one very carefully, he decided to walk on the another path. Yes, and the reasons are also given here why he decided, or why did he decide to walk on the another path. The reason is, look at that in the first line, then took the other just as fair. Just as fair means the second one, this was the reason, and perhaps having the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. These are the three reasons for what he chose the another path. He decided to walk on the another path because he felt that the both paths were equally good. Look at that, the reason is also given why did he decide to walk on the another path. Reason is he felt that the both paths were equally good, and as he says, just as fair. Just as fair means both were equally good. He even thought that the another path might have better claim, as it is given, and having perhaps the better claim. So here he thought the another path might have better claim than the first one. Why? Because it had grass on it. Since it had grass on it, which means that it was unused. Means having grass on the road indicates that the road is not used. So same here, the poet thought, as the road was grassy, here he thought it was unused. Not many people had walked on it. Not many people had walked on it, and that is why it was grassy and wanted wear. Got it? As many people had not walked on it, and that's why it was grassy. And besides, it wanted wear. Wanted wear means it was not worn out by many people. Means many people had not used this road. The road had not been used by many people. It is the meaning of wanted wear. So he thought the another path has the better claim. After walked on, but what happens there? Look at, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there, then what happened? After walked on the path for some distance. It is the meaning of this. After walked on the path for some distance, he found that, क्या देखा उसने? Though as for that the passing there, जैसे वहाँ से कुछ distance वो चले, he found there they had, or it had won them equal, really about the same. So there he found that the both paths had been won out the same way. The both paths had been won out equally. He realized that the both paths were similar and equally won out. But when he chose the another path and walked on the path for some distance, that time after walking on some distance, he realized that both paths were similar and equally won out. So similarly, in our life too, we choose an option from the alternatives, but all of them have the same benefits, drawbacks, problems, challenges that we have to face. Means whatever path we choose, whatever field we choose, the same we have to face. All paths have the same benefits, drawbacks, problems and challenges. Yes, got the meaning of second one stanza? So I hope you all have understood better the meanings of both these stanzas. Yes, besides the introduction of the poem and a brief information or brief introduction of the poet. So here I stop. The remaining part we will do in our next one lecture. So see you. Bye bye. Good day. See you tomorrow.